Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig, a Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. And I wanted to just take a couple of minutes of your time today and warn you about something and then show you a really cool trick that I learned from one of our viewers. And to be honest with you, I forget who it was. If it was you, send me another email and heck, we'll send you one of those Mad River Outfitters hats and fly boxes, because this is a cool trick and I've been using it a lot. I can't believe I didn't think of it myself, but I say that 100 times a day. The warning is, and we've done this before, we've mentioned this before, I think in a Q&A or some video, but it's been a few years back, and still amazing to me how many people don't know this, that when you're finished at the end of the day and you're reeling up and storing your reels, you don't ever want to reel your leader completely into the reel. What can happen is that leader gets under, or I should say your tippet, it gets under the butt section of the leader, or it gets under parts of the fly line. You've all done this, you've all reeled this all the way up and in, and then you have to dig around and try to find that tippet. And even digging around is going to push it further, push it under, and what that does is eventually it causes underwraps. You may not be overly concerned about that. Let's say if you're just trout fishing or something, the underwrap might not be that big of a deal. But for those of us that fish for larger game fish, especially saltwater fish that are going to run a long way, that can be a deal breaker. It can ruin your day. It can lose the fish of a lifetime. Those underwraps, and it may take a while to catch up to you, but if all of a sudden you get on an 8 or a 9 pound bonefish, he takes off, and all of a sudden you hit one of those underwraps, and boom, the reel could theoretically just lock up. I just thought of this again because I remembered this trick, and I remembered that I hadn't shown this to you. And I was spooling up a reel for a guy here in the shop just yesterday, I believe, and I found probably 10 underwraps in his backing. And I said to him, I said, you know what, you reel your leader all the way up into your rod every time that you're done, right? Into your reel every time you're done, right? And he said, well, yeah, of course. And I said, well, let me show you what that does. And it took me about 10 minutes to get all those underwraps out of there, out of his backing. And of course, he was appreciative for the tip, and hopefully we'll never reel his leader all the way up in again. So here is the cool trick that I forget who sent this to me, but thank you again. Take a rubber band, simple rubber band, tie a simple clinch knot, doesn't have to be anything fancy, and tie that rubber band onto the end of your tippet, and you don't even need to trim that knot necessarily, okay? Keep a Ziploc baggie or whatever of rubber bands, and all your reels should look like this when they're in storage. And now you can simply take that rubber band, come around the foot of the reel, tighten it up, and you don't have this stray tippet hanging around. And if you put this away in its case, that tippet's not hanging out of the case. If you have a zippered case, it's not getting caught up in the zipper. Yeah, you're losing 6 inches of tippet. I'm just guessing that 6 cents worth of tippet isn't gonna break you. I hope not. So you may have to eventually redo your tippet, but you're always redoing your tippet anyway. So just a little trick, and then obviously to get it off, pull out the rubber band, clip the rubber band off, string up your rod, tie on a fly, and off you go. And underwraps will never haunt you again, I promise. And rubber bands are cheap. There you have it, friends. And again, if it was you that sent me that tip, I love it. I used to tie on a paper clip, and I like this one so much better because you can still tighten it up, and it's nice and tidy. So there you go, friends, just a quick tip, and I hope that helped you. As always, we appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to our channel. That really helps us. Hit the like button and stay tuned because we've always got a lot of fly fishing content coming your way. Hey, I just mentioned the clinch knot. If you don't know the clinch knot, check out this video right here. Right there. Oh, it's right there.